you ready? Let's hope that this thing works though, like the dead cat, and like tunes out all the wind. Have you never used
it before?
I mean, I've never used it outside to see if the wind blocks everything.
What should I do with this bag? It might run away.
Hey guys, it's me, Caitlin, and this is my friend Magdalene. And if you don't know Magdalene,
Maggie.
Oh yeah, Maggie, whatever. Her full name's Magdalene. If you don't know Maggie, I will give you a quick summary using all of my favorite parts of my vlog. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Vampire teeth, okay?
Give me some heads up.
That's your best friend.
I can do it.
I love her.
Wait. It's tasty too.
So we're doing an eating show, and we're gonna, or a mukbang, or mukbang, or whatever the frick frack you want to call it, man. And so we got some Chinese food from our local Chinese food place that we aren't going to say the name of because we don't want you to come stalk us and kill us. Thank you. Goodbye.
What if I want fans?
Okay, so I got some chicken fried rice, and then I got some very healthy vegan chicken on a stick because I'm all about that vegan life.
Okay, never mind. I got beef lo mein. Don't look at it too long or else it looks like worms. LOL, I have a fear of worms. And then I got crab rangoons because it's not a real meal without those.
I'm really hungry, so I'm just gonna start eating.
Eat that meat. Oh, you're not eating the meat. This is a nasty, I'm eating noodles on camera.
That's okay.
You know how horrible it is to eat noodles?
It's okay. People just get really nice screenshots of you.
That's what I don't want. It can be like,
Maggie is one of my best friends.
that's me.
And we have a very interesting past. We've known each other since 6th grade. But during 6th grade, I called her a bitch.
I had just come from a Catholic school.
And that's besides the point. But after I called her a bitch, she no longer talked to me. And in fact, she didn't talk to me until sophomore year of high school.
I thought it was junior year.
Oh yeah, it was junior year. I just dropped so much food all over myself. I hope I got that.
I used to food.
I love food, but I'm such a messy eater. Actually, I get my messy eating from my nana. We used to, so she used to wear her glasses around her neck because she didn't need them all the time because she had cataract surgery twice. I would hope that she would need it, and so she'd only need them for like seeing close, you know. But so whenever she'd put her glasses on around her neck, whenever she'd eat something, something would spill onto her glasses. And she would always have stains all over her clothes. And that's when I realized, like, from a young age, like, oh, I could be a messy eater, even as an adult. And, like, there's nothing wrong with being a messy eater.
Yeah, why do people assume that if you're younger, you're a messier eater? Question.
Yeah, that really is a good question. Like, I don't understand why we've just assumed that.
I will definitely be a messy eater for the rest of my life. It's just because I miss my mouth when I try to put food into it. When I was little and I would be like trying to suck my thumb, my mom said I would miss my mouth. Hitting my cheek, and then she would have to put it in my mouth.
Oh my god.
That's what she said.
So Maggie doesn't watch any YouTubers. The only person she watches is me. And sometimes she doesn't even do that.
Yes, I do. Okay, now your old stuff. I'm normal, I don't watch YouTube. Just kidding. I realized I said that on a YouTube show. And I could potentially get hate for that. So I take it back.
All of you who are concerned with my friend's shirt saying where we live, it's not where we live. That's the true thesis.
It's 91 degrees out. Liar.
I'm not hot. We're in the shade.
True.
It's always nice and cool in the shade, sis.
Except for the fact that I feel my thighs sticking to this plastic. But that's just me. And as my mom would like to say, and my thunder thighs.
I used to call myself Captain Thunder Thighs.
Why?
I thought I was
Caitlin,
really...
you have no meat on your bones.
I literally am a thick girl, okay? Actually, I'm not thick. I'm really... I just don't I have all my weight in the wrong spots.
Caitlin, one time an entire sports team called me a whale and photoshopped a picture of my face onto a whale.
That's another thing we should talk about, high school boys. Fuck you.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
End of story. The end. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, if you are a high school boy, you can just leave. Unless you're like a cool one.
There's no such thing.
There is.
Who?
Gabe.
Gabe doesn't count.
Oh, because he's gay.
Don't out him on my YouTube channel like that. Really, this is really like relaxing. Like a mukbang. This is such a relaxing video.
It is. There's not much going on. I'm sorry.
No, that's the point of it. So actually people in like Asia and stuff, they watch this so that they're not eating alone in their rooms and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So you're just supposed to put this, like, when I'm very lonely and I'm home alone or something, I'll watch a mukbang while I'm eating dinner because it makes you feel a little less alone. So.
Gotcha. Okay. What are some popular topics?
Let's talk about mental health. Who is she? Where can I meet her?
I've known her all my life.
Fuck off. You know Cece?
Mm-hmm.
Her mom tagged me in something on Facebook with Betty White, about Betty White.
Why are you just known as Betty White?
Legitimately, any person who knows me, the only two things that they know about me are that I play golf and that I love Betty White.
Yeah. I can see it. What are the two things to know about me? Hockey and Taylor Swift?
Yeah, theater too. Oh,
not even. Hockey and Taylor Swift.
Let's talk about theater. Don't trust a hoe in theater.
I was a hoe in theater.
Do not trust people in theater. They are the fakest people you will ever meet. I don't trust. I don't know. Okay. No, like I don't think of you as a theater person.
Oh, okay.
The only people that you can trust are your stage managers. Any of the actors, fuck them. Don't trust your fellow actors, because guess what?
Obviously, they know how to act well.
Exactly.
Do they? Are they good actors?
Some of them think that they're like top crap, and they really aren't. Like, from my personal experience in theater, which I mean I still am, I'm getting a degree in theater, like I love theater. But some people in theater are just the fakest people ever.
I can see it.
The only reason they're friends with you is if you get a good role. And even then, if you get a role that someone else wants, you're just gonna be trash talked by everyone in the show. Like, ensemble people, worst people that you will ever meet. You know what I mean? The people who are in the ensembles, because they're the ones who trash talk the most.
No, I feel like it's more the people that get secondary roles because they were closer.
Oh yeah, true. People who get,
because the people that get ensemble are usually lower classmen, so they don't really know yet, you know?
or they're like new actors.
Yeah. Actually, if you're a male and you're tall and it's your first time acting, you'll get a lead.
True facts. Unless you go to a school that has lots of it.
If you go to our school and you're new and you're tall and you're a guy, then you're getting the lead.
Amen. But I forgot that like Rachel sometimes watches our videos. Do I even care anymore?
You know, I love our directors. I almost said their name. I love our directors. I just feel like they weren't given a lot to work with. Like, our program isn't that big. Our stage is not good at all. And
it's in a gym.
Yeah, it's in a gym. I feel like they just weren't given a lot to work with. And so it's just kind of hard to be put in their space. And then they also have to make time for, because our school is so small, we have actors doing multiple
They play
things.
sports.
They play sports there in clubs. They do all of this, like student council, you know. And so just like one person can be in 5 different things, so they have to schedule according
their
for
schedule.
everybody. The scheduling is so difficult, and that's where I kind of feel like it falls apart sometimes in our program is the scheduling.
Well, here's the thing. I also love our directors. They are great people. However, I've had some very bad experiences that we don't need to go into detail of. And I'm not trying to bash our theater program because it's amazing. From what we had to work with, it was a great program. I had so much fun. I got some really great roles, but I also got completely crap talked on because I got those roles.
Yeah.
So we did All Shook Up. Why not? And after my 3rd performance, I'm a very self-conscious person, and I think people can catch that vibe very easily that, oh, she's very self-conscious about everything she does. Especially singing and acting, because it's something that I love so much. But so I got the role. If you know the show All Shook Up, I played Mayor Matilda. And honestly, freaking killed that role. I don't care what anyone said, I slaughtered it.
You got standing ovations.
Legitimately.
You
like,
did.
people still come up to me and talk to me about it.
Yeah, you got a standing ovation. So
Like,
I mean,
and I'm not one to be like, oh, I'm the best, but like, you know, that
yeah,
was
you
just...
usually say you're the worst.
Exactly. So if I say that I did something well, like, I obviously did a pretty good job. And, so this girl came up to me, and she was in like 8th grade at the time. And she was like, yeah, honestly, you really sucked in your role. I could have done it way better. You're a terrible singer. And I was like, I don't know why it affected me so much, but like I still think about it sometimes because I'm like, you know, that 8th grader was right. I really did not do a good job in my role.
Okay, but back to the first person. She's the most disrespectful little brat I've ever talked to. I was a stage manager for the show, and she was 30 minutes late. You know where she was? At the vending machines talking to some guy who, she's not the most attractive girl, and I'm sorry, but he was hot. Anyways, she was just talking to some guy. And I'm like, hey, it's time to go in for rehearsal. And she was like, I'll be there in a second. You can go away now. And I was like, you're a little freaking freshman. I was like,
She was in 8th grade.
I was like 2 feet taller than her. And I was like, I could whoop your booty right here, right now. But I didn't.
And that's
I
the
had to be
true
professional.
thesis.
I was theater board president, so I have to be professional.
I was secretary. I just didn't show up for the last 2 meetings.
Yeah, and I needed you to be there.
Here's the thing. I got really upset. Not with my directors, because they had nothing to do, but there was a lot of drama. Which, I mean, when you're in theater, there's going to be a lot of drama.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I really hate is people who complain. Like, obviously we're complaining right now, but like people who, so there was this girl, you'll know who I'm talking about the minute I talk about this. She would get secondary roles in place, okay? She wouldn't get the lead, but she'd get like secondary, you know?
She got the lead once.
No, she said it wasn't a lead role.
Oh, really?
And so she was always like, oh, blah, 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 like I never get good roles, and it's because our directors hate me, blah, blah, blah. Literally, she would get good roles, like good-sized roles, where she would have loads of lines to learn. And honestly, though, none of her parts were memorable because she was too busy complaining about the fact that she couldn't get a lead. That's the true thesis.
Okay, she like,
but
the way
still,
she acts is like she only has one personality. She always acts in the same exact way. Like,
oh my god. So
I give up.
here's the true tea. She'd get these roles, and they would be pretty, like, nice-sized roles, you know. And so the last show, we all auditioned. I auditioned, and didn't get a good role, which obviously doesn't matter. I just really enjoy theater. But, but this person that I was with, we went and got Olive Garden afterwards because we were so sad, and we were like, oh, let's get Olive Garden because we obviously aren't going to get good roles, blah, blah, blah. Because she was like, yeah, I'm not going to get a good role. I'm going to get freaking ensemble, watch. And I'm like, first of all, you've never had ensemble in your entire life, so shut up. She just, like, complained and complained and complained And then the cast list came out, and she got a really good sized role.
Yeah.
And then I got like this really crappy size, like, which doesn't really matter. Again, like I said, not butthurt at all about it. And I got this like tiny role, which I'm used to because like the thing is, I always get tiny roles when it comes to plays because I like to be funny and outgoing, and that's more of a musical thing.
Yeah.
So I understand why I don't get good roles in plays and like not butthurt at all. But I forgot what was that. She called me and she was like, I'm crying in my room. I got such a bad role. Like blah blah blah.
She got like such a good role.
And
she was crying.
Yeah, she's like texting me. She's like, I'm crying right now. Like, I hate our directors. They hate me. They couldn't even give me a good role in my last play of my senior year. And honestly, that was the reason why I quit the last show. It was because I couldn't handle it.
Okay, so I was usually a stage manager for the shows, but our very last show of our senior year, we did an adaptation of a book that I have just loved Pride and
Prejudice.
Yeah, we did an adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, which I grew up with, and it's like my sister and I, the reason we're so close is because we watched Pride and Prejudice so much, like we read the book together. And so I was like, I need to audition for the show because it is literally, I've always wanted to live in the Pride and Prejudice world, and I finally got to live in it. So I got this role, and it was like, it wasn't as good as this girl's. It really wasn't. I had like 30 lines. I mean,
which is still a lot,
I was only in
the
second act, you know.
Yeah.
So this other girl came up to me. I was in two scenes. She'd come up to me. She goes, "You took a scene from me." Did I tell you this? She told me, "You took a scene from me." That was supposed to be my role.
I remember that.
And she's like, Rachel promised me, and I was like, "Have you ever read the fucking book? Have you even watched the fucking movie?" Okay, can I say my character?
Yeah.
I was Lady Catherine de Bourgh, and so I was in two scenes when you first meet me, and then the second scene is when I'm yelling at the main character, Elizabeth. And so that is written in the book. That is in every single movie, every single freaking adaptation. So this girl comes up to me, and she goes, I'm supposed to be the one who's yelling at Elizabeth Bennet. And I said, literally read the fucking book. That just irritated me so bad because she was trying to take even more scenes away from me. So instead of having 30 lines, I would have had 5.
She had so many lines though.
She had at least 100. At least, maybe 200, probably around there.
I had 5, so I was like, okay.
Like, it was just kind of ridiculous that she was like, that was my scene.
It was honestly the main reason why I even dropped out of the play, which, I mean, I've probably told you, is like, there were so many people in the play that just hated me, or annoyed me, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was something where I was like, if I'm in this play, I'm gonna end up being very upset the entire time because the people in it don't like me, and it's very obvious that they don't like me, and
I don't think they don't like you.
Well, one girl especially.
Okay, I guess.
I mean, there's a girl in theater who, anytime that she would talk to me, her complete tone would change. She'd be like, oh, like, she'd be talking to Maggie, be like, oh my god, Maggie, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, oh, I like your shoes. And she'd be like, thanks. And then she would walk away. Like, you could at least pretend to like me.
Yeah, I don't know. That's who she is,
awful person, though. So, yeah. If you really wanted to true tea on why I dropped out of the last play, there you go. People,
Caitlin.
It was a very toxic environment.
In this show, Caitlin will expose literally everybody who's ever done anything wrong to her.
Without using their names, but making it very obvious who they are.
You literally made it as obvious as I love Taylor Swift. You could be like, oh, that one girl that loves Taylor Swift in hockey, she said this. Everybody's gonna know. You made that quite obvious.
Honestly, though, but anyone who hasn't seen our shows won't know. Look at how tan I am compared to you in the viewfinder, though. We should talk about something else. What else is there to talk about? We could talk about high school.
What about it?
You want to hear something really funny that I did the day after high school? Well, I'm going to tell you. The day of graduation, right after graduation, I blocked all the really toxic people in my life on all social media.
So literally you have 3 friends left on Snapchat.
No, I have a lot of friends on Snapchat still.
I deleted almost everybody on Snapchat because, for one, I was in the theater group chat
Oh, I left that theater group chat.
It was literally only 2 people talking back and forth to each other, and they would send memes, and my phone was just blowing up.
Exactly.
And so I left, and then I deleted a ton of people because I was never going to talk to them again.
Exactly. I blocked one person who was very mean to me.
Oh, I didn't block anybody, I just deleted.
No, I blocked a couple people. But it was just, there was nothing mean about what I did. People were so butthurt about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they were so butthurt. I didn't even go to the, they had a banquet for theater. I didn't even go because I blocked one person on Snapchat and like all social media because I was so done with it because she was so mean to me. And then she got so butthurt and started talking mad trash about me.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was ridiculous. It was like, I couldn't go anywhere without her finding a need to say all this awful stuff about me.
She was honestly just jealous, I think.
Just really, I just say what's on my mind, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't really hide feelings. Like, I had actual feelings that I had.
Well, God, you just texted somebody ranting.
Oh my God, I sent a text to someone today and I was like, I'm not dealing with your crap. Like, either tell me how you feel or don't tell me, but you don't have the right to take out everything that's going on in your life out on me because, you know, everyone has crap going on in their lives. But that doesn't mean that we have the right to take all that crap out on other people. Which may sound hypocritical. Like, I'm sure I've taken some stuff out on people. And like, I already know there's so many stuff people could expose me on. For one thing, I was a bully in middle school.
You were?
I mean, I called her a bitch in middle school. I was not a nice person. Like,
See, but I call you a bitch all the time.
Yeah, but it's fine. I wasn't a very nice person in middle school. I was going through a lot in my own life, and I took it out on other people. And that's why I don't like it now when people take stuff out on me, because I work really hard to not take my crap out on other people.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just a bad situation that we're in right now.
It's like,
with said person.
It's just very frustrating, and I'm very annoyed, and I don't like it when, like, if someone asks me what's wrong, and I say nothing, it usually means I'm trying to figure out how I'm feeling. But if I already know how I'm feeling, and I'm like, oh, you know, like, I'm sad, like, I'll be like, I'm sad, man.
I'm trying to get better about that, because usually when I'm upset and somebody asks me how I am, I say I'm fine. I'm trying to get better about that and talk better about that, and I feel like this person's not even making an effort to try to express their feelings.
The camera's about to die. I'm stressing out because I just see the red thing flashing on the screen and it's giving me anxiety. So I'm gonna end this video right here. I hope you enjoyed us eating and talking about life. And if you did, give it a thumbs up and maybe we'll do it again because I've had a lot of fun.
Subscribe to KT Nicole TV.
It's not TV.
Subscribe to the TV one. Good shit on there.
Don't you dare.
It's like,
I'm gonna film a react video with my parents with that though. All those videos, like, hell yeah.
It's like KT Nicole TV, look it up. It's like little her.
It's like 14-year-old Caitlin who thought she was gonna be Shane Dawson. Anyway, make sure you follow me and like subscribe to my channel, and well, don't follow me in real life, follow me on Instagram, and I post new videos whenever I want to, so you should subscribe and put that notification bell on so then we can be friends. Yeah.
Also, I feel famous now.
Yeah.
So
are you ready? Do you know how to end it?
Love me now.
Do you know how to end my videos?
No. Okay, yeah.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Bye. I'll go home.